a soccer career gets knocked off course by a devastating injury, a move across the Atlantic, and 4 different clubs in just a couple of years? For Maria Marković, the answer is surprisingly simple: you go home, start over, and keep chasing the next chapter. Marković has officially returned to Croatia, signing with Hajduk Split after her season with Brooklyn FC in the United States. And this isn't just another transfer. Hajduk is a club with a deeply personal connection to Marković, because her family has roots in Split. The club confirmed the signing on July 21st, and Marković will wear number 23 as she tries to rebuild her career in familiar territory. For American fans who discovered Marković during her time in Brooklyn, the move may feel like a sudden change. But look at the bigger picture, and it makes a lot more sense. She began her senior career in Switzerland, established herself with Grasshopper, moved to Portugal, spent time with Domains, came to the United States with Brooklyn FC, and now she's back in Croatia. That's a remarkable amount of movement for a player still trying to find her rhythm after one of the toughest setbacks of her career. And that setback was serious. In March 2023, while playing for Grasshopper against FC Zurich, Marković suffered a torn ACL and torn meniscus, with reports also describing a fracture to her lower leg. The recovery was long and difficult, and she documented parts of that journey publicly. She later told Red Bull just how emotionally crushing the injury was, describing days of crying after realizing the extent of the damage. Here's the part that's easy to miss. Marković's story isn't really about an injury or even a transfer. It's about what happens after the spotlight moves on. Before the injury, she was building momentum as a Croatian international and attacking player. Afterward, the question became whether she could get back to the player she had been before everything changed. And despite opportunities in Portugal and the United States, her scoring form has not yet fully returned. Recent reports note that she has not scored a competitive club goal since her Grasshopper days. At the same time, Marković became one of the most recognizable figures in women's soccer online. She's been widely labeled the world's most beautiful footballer, although that nickname is more about her media profile than her actual football resume. Her Instagram following has grown to roughly 2.7 million, and she's worked with major brands and appeared in a promotional video alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. That combination of athletic career and social media fame has made her one of the most recognizable Croatian players to audiences far beyond the soccer field. And now comes the interesting part. Hajduk isn't simply giving Marković a place to play. The club is coming off its first Croatian Women's First Football League Championship, won in May, and the team entered the 2026-27 season with European ambitions as well. Marković's arrival gives Hajduk another experienced attacking option, with the club describing her as capable of playing both centrally and on the wing. Hajduk's Champions League journey has already added another twist. The club was drawn into the second qualifying round, where it faced Austria Wien on August 5th. UEFA's schedule confirms that match as part of the Champions League qualifying tournament, meaning Marković's return home immediately placed her in the middle of a much bigger European challenge. But even if the European dream doesn't last, this season could still become extremely important for Marković. She isn't returning to Croatia simply to enjoy the scenery or relive the past. She's returning to compete, to contribute, and hopefully to rediscover the confidence that made her such an exciting prospect before the injury. There's also something fitting about the timing. Not long ago, Marković was playing in the United States, building a life in New York and sharing her experiences with millions of followers. Now she's back where her family has roots, wearing the famous white of Hajduk and calling this new chapter something she had dreamed about. For her, this isn't just a football move. It's a homecoming. And that brings us back to those beach days that have become part of Marković's social media image. Soccer players don't stop being people when the final whistle blows. Sometimes recovery is about training harder, sometimes it's about changing clubs, and sometimes it's simply about enjoying a summer day before getting back to work. For Marković, the real victory may not be the next Instagram post or the next headline. It may be finally getting back on the field and feeling like herself again. Because after everything she's been through, the next goal could mean far more than just another number on a scoreboard. It could be proof that the comeback is finally complete. Maria Marković has already changed countries, changed clubs, and fought through an injury that could have completely derailed her career. Now, back in Croatia with Hajduk Split, she has another chance to write the part of the story that matters most. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Prime Wire, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest news. Thanks for watching.